Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and today we're looking upon this bizarre game, Once Upon a Line. Yep. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this Kickstarter, let me just remind you I have a sister channel of PC gaming goodness, where I am doing a short series of all the games that I've covered in the last couple of years on the channel. So check the short section out if you pay a visit for it. It will be in the description below, of course. Anyway, let's get on with this. What the heck is this game? Well, it's adventure, choose your own adventure style game mixed with crosswordy weirdness. Now, Lucky Duck Games are the publishers, but you can't see them on the box, can you? You know, it's like everybody thinks Simon do Zombicide because Simon, the publisher, put it on the box, but the actual devs are not them, are they? The Gulimier from France. So what's going on here then? A step backwards from the publisher. So the publisher obviously doing the production and sorting out the production, doing all the translation, and but are they doing the shipping? Because normally Lucky Duck shipping come to Mexico, but these are not shipping to Mexico. I don't know if it's a mistake. It's odd. It is odd. Publisher but not doing the Lucky Duck shipping. Why wouldn't they be doing it? Why is Mexico not listed? I don't know. I have messaged them. They've not got back to me in 24 hours. So what's going on? I don't know. Are they busy? It can't be that busy. Only 121 comments. Yeah. 121 comments. 900 backers. These are not very vocal people, are they? Back it and forget. Sounds like a collector to me. Anyway, let's go down. Now, Butterfly's Breath is going to be the first box and a scratch-off adventure game. Now, the actual story is inside the cards that are stacked on this black rectangular object. You will be scratching off the board a word, and that word, whatever it is, you will look for that word through this deck of cards, and when you pull that card out, you can read the next bit of the story. They will have keywords that you've got to link with the words that you've got. But for example, you might have a word that has two D's in it. So which D do you scratch off? Because you might be scratching off the wrong D and hit a bomb. A bomb will then create problems for you in the story. So yeah, there is a little bit of risk that can happen on the scratch off. So you're essentially scratching off words then that will uncover cards, and you're getting the story in this kind of drip feed nature. Once Upon a Line, the stories are all self-contained. There's a selection of these. There's an expansion box which is a big saga, so a continuous story, and so there's. That one sounds really good, the saga, where it's like a big campaign. But in Once Upon a Line, you do have different characters, and sometimes a story will introduce a new character also. And lots of people are saying it's a perfect solo game, but really you could do it as a couple, two. I don't think three would be that interesting. To be honest, it's kind of lightweight. And the big elephant in the room is that it's a play once and that's it, isn't it? It gets consumed. Now, there is recharge packs. You get a recharge pack in with the pledge, so you could sell it on or pass it on. And the recharge packs are destined for retail also, so you will be able to recharge it that way. So yeah, think about it like that. Now, this Kickstarter itself looks like Lucky Duck Gaming put it together. It's got that Lucky Duck signature on this Kickstarter, and so yeah, it does look very polished. So yeah, using deduction then to find words. You're trying to avoid traps, and you're trying to complete quests before time runs out, and there's 9 alternate endings, so you're only going to see one, and then you're going to have to use a recharge pack. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. It's just such a weird and strange concept for pulling a story out, isn't it? The drip feed. You know, Lucky Duck Games are known to have the game on the app, and couldn't you have done this on the app by scratching the screen to give it a bit more replayability? Because as is, it's kind of almost feels redundant in design. Couldn't they not just done this on an app where you scratch the screen? I don't know. I don't know, it almost feels too clunky to pull the story out. Anyhow, you're back now. You do get a metal scratcher instead of a plastic one that you'll probably get in the retail. There's daily content coming out on this Splendor degraduation. Oh, I should say also it's based in the future, almost post-apocalyptic future is its kind of feel, but I don't know if it's that dangerous. I don't know. Especially these big monsters flying around and stuff like this. Splendid degradation. So yeah, this is going to be daily content, so it's going to be worth coming here and seeing how this fulfills. And you're going to be getting this for free, aren't you? Now, the different boxes up here is explained in the FAQ. We'll have a look at that near the end of the video. Recharge packs are essential, aren't they? So only 2 people behind it, and it looks like the story has been written by these 2. So there's no actual listed writer. This game is like no other I've ever played, genuinely. Isn't that an obvious statement? There's nothing you can read from that, is there? Innovative to be just... Is it innovative just to be different? I don't know. Another way of having a choose your own adventure. It is a little bit weird. Bizarre almost, isn't it? It's almost like a legacy that you can't replay it again. You know, recharge packs and all that stuff's going to cost money. It's a consumable at the end of the day. You're going to have to replace it. So yeah, when you spell a word, you look at the first 3 letters of it, and then you look at the card, see what the story is, and that'll get you going. Now, interestingly, yes, as the saga progresses, you unlock new heroes, and they can be upgraded and get new talents. The talents are going to be based on how many letters they can scratch off and stuff like this. There is going to be secret zones, hidden objects characters, there's going to be side quests to do as well. Difficult choices to get the endings, and are you going to have a triumphal ending, utopian, or a dystopian ending? That's kind of the charm of it. Now, the character development is kind of interesting. You can kind of see these upgrades here where they can scratch off different shapes and things like this. And so that's how it's going to be happening. It's definitely a curious game, isn't it? "33,000 words just in Butterfly's breath." And if you get the all-in, that's going to be doubled, so 66,000 words. So it's like a novel. There's a novel in here that you're going to be getting from the stories. It says, for each game of Once Upon a Line, you are going to remove off the scratch-off ink from the grids, and you'll be noting your progress, so that you can unlock the characters in the hidden zones you missed and reach the other endings. It's just weird, isn't it? So, you know, you can potentially just scratch it all off and see what you missed. This is a better one. I was blown away by the innovative world puzzle game. Now, there's a prologue grid. That is just to get you into the... That's kind of a tutorial of such. Then the 5 grids, that's going to be the full story as you start scratching. 250 story cards and locations. So this is the meat and potato of it. I think you've almost got to take your eyes off the scratchiness thing and just consider you're going to be reading a story from these cards, and that's kind of where the choose your own adventure is going to be at. You could kind of see playthroughs that they're really kind of you can't talk about this because spoiler, and all this stuff. As you can imagine. I do like the fact you can save it up very quickly, though. You can just pull your cards that you've unlocked and put them in this little tuck box. That's kind of nice. Daily reveals coming through, going to be lovely. So really, if you get it, you're going to have to choose your play group, and it's probably going to be your best friend, or in my case, my wife, that plays it, and see how it goes, you know. That'll be interesting. I don't think my wife's going to be happy with, I paid the top pledge $100, and that game's done and dusted. Now you've got the, like say, recharge pack, right? But are people going to be selling it? I don't know. Is the cost at retail going to go down if people don't buy it? But hold the phone, it's only €30. Like, it's not an expensive game by any measure. I do like this one as it's going in the future. I think this is, there's only one character here, and it's she goes through the whole story. Yeah. So a bit more sci-fi with this one, sounds good. This one's even cheaper for 20. Yeah, this guy's brain's gone. 3 cases that are tormenting this person's mind. So, yeah. And all these story cards are going to be delivering these 3 stories. So, yeah. So, what do I feel? What do I feel about it? Is it insta-backable? Do I want to jump on the pledge? Honestly, it's not jumping out of me. I still feels bizarre. You know, it's like that. It's like the idea of a legacy game, but you if you go through this once, I don't know. Just that feeling of, yeah, you won't be able to use it again. So the all-in pledge are €99 or $107. You are getting a lot of content, that's for certain. You're getting a lot of adventures you go through, and you get the recharge packs, which are going to be needed if you're going to resell this stuff on, or give it. It's going to be a one and done adventure. Are you okay spending $100 on a one and done venture? You know, because what are the competition? You know, Lucky Duck games, the detective games from Lucky Duck, that are all on the app. It's a way more savvy and intelligent way of pushing a story out. I don't know, is there more meat in the story here than a Lucky Duck game on the app? I don't know. But I'll tell you now, the cherry on the cake, that would get me back in it. I'll let you know in a minute. These are all. There's got a ton of videos trying to get you on this concept of that this game is worth having. There's certainly a positive buzz about it. That is for certain. Shipping, it doesn't say we are going to be using the Lucky Duck shipping here. Yeah. This is a little bit weird that Mexico is not classified in rest of the world. What's going on here? Weird. So that's a flag for me anyway, that Mexico's not in the shipping zones. Like, what is going on here? 2 people have designed it. There's a lot of artists on the project though, and all that stuff. And obviously Lucky Duck Games have got hold of it as publisher and thought, this looks fantastic, we're going to publish it out. So what's the cherry on the cake? I want to see an app. I really want to see an app where you can scratch off the thing from the app. Pretty easy to have. On the app, you've got the map of the crossword. You can move it around with your finger. You've got an icon for scratching, so when you press the scratch button, you are then, when you press the screen, that is going to scratch off that letter. It could be fantastic if the app replaced it, in my view. I'm just not happy with its one-off play. And I think for that, it's a game that is going to be in the collection and then out of the collection. And I just can't fathom that. I can't recommend that for myself to pledge. But I don't know, what about you? Are you happy with a game coming in, playing it one and done, and then getting rid of it? Because it's an expensive all-in, isn't it? €100. It's like, and then no one's talking about the story. How good really is it? You know, these writers aren't accredited or anything like this. You know, like Tainted Grail, the writer of Tainted Grail is the same guy who did the Witcher books. You know, you got an accredited writer on that. Here, if the main focus is writing, we haven't really got an accredited writer here, have we? So don't have... I don't have confidence with the writing team, and I think it's a clunky way of getting a story out. I think they could have brought an app out for replayability, and that's pretty much it for me. It looks good, but I just wish it was replayable, and they've gone for this scratch off weird innovation to try and place it in this crowded market of adventure, choose your own adventure games, right? That's its gimmick, if you like, and it's a destructive gimmick that makes the game disappear from your shelf once you've finished with it. I just can't get on. I can't get past that bit, peeps. It's like a legacy game. I just can't put a legacy game in my collection if I can't replay it after the campaign. So I don't know, peeps. Please let me know in the comments your feeling about this. You know, for me it's more about replayability. Maybe you've got other hang-ups about it. The crossword, that might be putting you off it, I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments. But yeah, Once Upon a Line, it's definitely a curious Kickstarter, and might appeal to people that aren't serious gamers. You know, you might be able to play it with your mum or your dad or something that might be interested in the crossword section of it. I don't know. I'll keep my eye on it and see how the dailies make it any interesting, and maybe there's something comes out here which will make me want to come back and do a final thoughts on it. But as is, I'm a little bit not there yet with wanting, not jumping on it. And really, a game should be like boiling my blood with excitement, and here it's not even lukewarm at the minute. So yeah, but it is a Kickstarter that's worth me looking at, I guess, just to give you my thoughts on this, and hopefully I've not turned you off if you're backing it. If you love your stories and choose your own adventure, maybe, heck, you don't really care about this one-off feel of it. You've got a recharge pack and you'll just sell it on. And that's maybe the route that you might have to do anyway with the game. Anyway, that's how it is. Well, I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy. This is the PC Gamer. This is Kickstarter Radio 102.4. Yeah, it happens when you've got 2 channels. I actually finished a PC Gamer WTF video, and at the end I said, this is PC Gamer 102.4. Yeah, sausage brain. It happens when you're working late and all that stuff. Anyway, there you go. Once upon a line. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please give the video a thumbs up to help the channel. Think about subscribing if you like the editorial. So thank you for watching, and you take care, and bye-bye for now.